traders, let's start with gold 50-minute time frame, and let's talk about this super nice today morning opportunity. And yes, I was trading that thing with 1 minute again, but okay, let's go straight in 1 minute then. Very similar trade what was happened yesterday, very similar. So what was happening yesterday, we have this retest here, we already know it, and price was getting rejected heavily. We're talking about yesterday. So what was happened yesterday too, the price was going all the way down here, and price is now reversal and going all the way up. So if you zoom in, the first try we fail it, we start breaking the lows, and then we have this push upsides. So that was the highest point right now what the price was doing. But if you're looking inside here, there is something else inside. So there is a pattern 2 inside. So you have 2-1. We have rejection high, and then we have the retest point of the pattern. So for this one, we need break, retest, and going lower, and the rejection high we need break, retest, and going higher. You can see those wicks nice here, and if you zoom in, you see this impulse candlestick. What we don't have a retest. So something for the future, and a little bit patient too, because it changed now. Before here, that was the only information what we have, but now in the more future we have much more information above this major area. Overall right now it is still pushing down. Here still pushing down, and now here is still pushing down, but because we have the new structure above this area, we have to be patient and wait when the price is back in that area. Because if you want to sell, you have 2 opportunities. You want to sell here or you want to sell here, and if you want to buy, we have to, the only place is above this area for the buys. Anyway, let's go and what is happening now here? If you're going more, so now we see we have this retest. You can see we have this retest. Let's zoom in. What we make, or what we actually see when the price was making the retest. So the first thing what I'm seeing is rejections. Look at those wicks. And the second thing what I'm seeing is the pattern. We have an M pattern here. What is a bearish pattern? So we know this space here is already pushing down, and this one here is still pushing down. And now we have a bearish pattern too, plus we have a rejection, plus we have now the retest done what was missing here. And after that, what was happening? Ding, 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 ding. So now after this, price is going bouncing, 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 and bam! What was happening here? Do you see the similarities? If I'm gonna box this one in, and if I'm gonna box this one in, what you see? We don't have retest. Again, patient. You can see we have just clean breakthrough, no retest. And now what was happening here? So in the past we know it is pushing down. Oh, we know that. We know this is pushing down, and what we are waiting? We are waiting a retest. And what was happening here? A retest. But there is so much more inside here, and there is only so much more if you are patient enough and if you can control your emotions. Not even control, if you can master, because there is control is kind of like you're forcing it to control it. You have to just be neutral. And you can see here we have nice minor holder with the previous highs. It's lining up beautifully, and now we know this one here is pushing higher. So let's be a little bit patient and let's see what is actually going on, because you can see we are creating a structure here. You can see here again, it's still pushing higher. And you can see here again, it's still pushing higher. Another thing what you can do inside there for the details is our new rejection high. So the principle is to start going higher, retest and going higher. But what was happening now here, we get rejected and price was going back to the lows. We get rejected again, and what actually happened, we kind of break those lows. It's a sneaky move, but you can see we actually break it. And what was happening now, if you go and zoom in here. So the other thing is, because we know this holder is start pushing higher, and we need the principles to start going higher. This is the micro here, but the minor one is we need to press higher, retest and starting going higher with the principle, breaking the highs and holding the lows. It's still possible. It's still possible. And it was possible here. You can see we have this nice bullish W pattern here. What was respecting this holder, what was pushing higher and higher. But what was happening here? If you look in those candlesticks, those wicks, those are strong wicks, rejection wicks, downsides. So the meaning is the bullish pattern what we have here to push higher, 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 higher was failing. So that was the opportunity, only opportunity to have to go higher. But what's happening? We get rejected and again and again. And what was happening here? We close under. So we close under. We're gonna wait to retest and start going lower. And we have super beautiful retest there. And of course, for your take profit, you have all those lows here. For me, it was the same here, but you have all those lows here for take profits. So for example, take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3, and then take profit 4 is here. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful trades. There is a little bit churn inside, but like that's we have to understand those journeys, otherwise the trading is gonna be difficult for you. You're to zoom in, but you're zoom in with your emotions, not with your patience. And the other thing is, what can be the problem is you don't know even what you're looking for. That's why you see I'm still, since day one, I'm still talking about the same things and nothing else. We have holders, principles, patterns, and that's it. Everything else is pure inside the flow, the state of the flow. And to master state of the flow, you have to let it go. You have to surrender and let it go. Your time, your money, ego, judgments, all those little details, elements, what is inside yourself and what the world so far or society so far is trying to teach you through the school, through the different behaviors and everything. But you have to let those go, otherwise you're kind of faking yourself out. You're feeding yourself false information because you think it's true, but actually it's not. You have to go back to the roots, the original roots. So original, it's just ancient already, but that's the one. You have to let it go and surrender. It doesn't mean you give up, not at all. It's totally opposite side. Emotions can destroy you super easily, especially in this society, in this kind of world right now, because it's taught wrongly through the school and all these behaving things. And you have to understand the simplicity. Go back your kid mind. For example, me, I remember when my mom, bought me this little toy car, how happy I was. Like how it meant the world to me. But it was, just one thing, and that's how happy you have to be right now too in your adult life. Simplicity, found those things. And if you're not happy, that means your life is going more miserable. It's you. You do it to yourself. No one else. Because it's your brain, it's your mastery, it's your thoughts. You put value of what you're listening, what you're reading, what you're seeing. You are putting value. But now is the time to be in neutral point. You don't pick any sides, you don't judge anything, you're just listening and just gathering information, and use very simple things. For example, bearish M pattern, bullish W pattern, breaking structure, going retest, follow with the principle to break highs and holding the lows. And opposite side is the same thing, break retest, follow with the principle, breaking lows and holding highs. Rejection high, rejection low. Done. Can you keep so simple? It's now your mastery to do. And be patient. Be patient. Like for me to complete all this journey right now, how we started here today, how we started there. Apologize, yesterday. So all this journey I was waiting, and how this journey was complete in my mind, it was the last W pattern here, because this was the last opportunity to buyers step in and making the movement what I do it before, exactly that moment. Now break above it, break above this rejection, we have retest and start going higher to make this movement here, the first original, because it's still there. But what was happened, the price get rejected and we break the holder. So that's mean hold this pattern right now. The price action structure is still pushing heavily downside, and it's respected now. You can see here, it was respected here. Remember when we talk about this place here? Because we didn't have a retest, we have clean breaking structure, but we didn't have retest, and now we have retest. Those two are relationship right now here, and they're working together. You have to, one thing what you have to understand too is the noise. So if you zoom out, so everything what is, I'm gonna box it in, so everything what is down here, like hold this price action, soon as when we are above, it's noise. It's just the movement. The important places are exactly what we just did before. Those are the important places what you have to look for the future and be patient. Of course, the main thing is to practice a lot. It's take years to mastering the skill sets and to mastering the tools, your own tools. Not the tools what you can use here. Like for example, every person can use that tool, but how you gonna use it is your thing. It's your mind and it's your body, and you have to develop mending how you gonna use that tool. We all have the same tools, so how we gonna use those tools? You have to figure those things out by looking inside yourself, not outside. Because for example, if I'm gonna say the principle of the this and going higher, that's mean it's real thing in my life and I'm using. I'm using the same tool principle in my real life too. If I want to do something, for example, I want to do some, I don't know, 200 push-ups, and that's the emotion what I'm gonna use. I want to break the highs and holding the lows. Otherwise, if I cannot make it, I'm gonna break the emotion and I'm going down, and that's mean I'm not gonna make my discipline because I just fail it. I just give up. I was too weak. But boys, you figure those things out. It's just a life. And patient. More patient you are, more you see those information what is kind of hidden, but they are not, because it's bright and clear here. The reason is why you don't see quite possible those in, on those moments, is because the journey. It's a very important journey to realize. You have to walk through all these steps here to realize what is going on, where we are, how strong we are, how weak we are, and what is going on in millions of individual people's minds. Because in the gold right now, in that time, there is trading millions of people, and you have to realize how they are feeling, how strong they are, how weak they are, and so on. You have to understand what is emotion inside this journey. Where is the weak point? Where is the stronger point? Where is the fear? Where is the greed? How much all those little details, they just are important to take those trades. Otherwise, you don't know even what you're looking for, and if you don't know what you're looking for, most likely you get stopped out and you start going the opposite side and the opposite side. It's a very patient thing to do here. But that was the trade in gold. So yesterday, the take profits. So for example, if you 15-minute time frame, you can see we close under and we have the first retest. So if you sell already here, or if you sell already here, or if you sell here again, so you still hit the take profits. What is beautiful, super beautiful. Right now the W is forming, but this is the fear what is pushing down heavily inside there, and there is something going on, and we are very close here. Did we just break that in the first time over a long time? Oh sorry, 4 hours. Okay, we have one here too in this September 24, but it started here. Okay, that was the time. Okay, it's 17 March 2023 was the last time when we touched it. Well, those trades here. But again, if you zoom out here, you can see we break under, we have retest and price is going. Here again, we break under, we have 1, 2, 3 retests with much more volume, but overall it still doesn't matter. And then we have again break and retest 1, 2 and 3 times. Exactly what was happening here. 1, 2 and 3 times. Here is 1, 2 and 3 times. So if you sell already this one, this one, this one, you still hit your day profit, and same here, you still hitting your day profit with absolutely no problem there at all. It's a very beautiful structure here, and you can see all those arrows is just down, like every single one. It's just breaking down, breaking the lows. You can see we break the down, holding the highs, we're breaking the down, holding the highs, breaking down, holding highs, breaking down, holding the highs. It's a beautiful movement downside. BTC. Bounce, 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 bounce. Oh, look at that. We get some. Okay, we have break retest and going all the way higher. So now we have the new rejection high here. With the following the principle. So that's the place to go higher. But there is something going on here. So we have breakdown in our major zone. So the price can go back here, have a retest, and then go back this side. Like we have the first one. GJ, ooh, he's breaking down, it's breaking. Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, that's pretty. So let's take those right now off, the yesterday take profit lines, and let's focus on the major ones, the blue ones. So what we was missing here? Let's go back. Oh, let's go back 15. So we have the rejection, and that was the rejection. Let's look do we have break retest? Okay, so this is here already pushing down with the principle and respecting. So we don't need retest anymore because it's already pushing down strongly. And let's see what this price is doing. Oh, in the 15 minutes you can see it's very beautiful too, because right now it's pushing down. So how we can change it? So only thing how we can change it, I mean the changing to push it higher, because right now it is pushing down. So how we can change it to start pushing higher? It's the only thing is with the break, retest, and start going higher. That's the only one. So let's delete this one, and let's zoom in here. It's a very beautiful pattern here, what you see. So the price is going higher, we make the high, and look at the retest. We have retest, and the next candlestick going lower. But the meaning inside here is the bullish pattern. Very similar like gold was doing. So we have this bullish pattern here, and we have opportunity to shift this one to 180. Right now it's pushing down already. So how we can change it? For example, let's put this highs here. So only thing how we can change it is with this pattern is now after this retest, break above it, retest, and following with the principle. But what you see here, we get rejected, close under, retest, and if you look in the W holder, what is here, what you see the next, we close under, and we have a retest and the candlestick pattern. We have the candlestick pattern here too, the same actually. So we have the higher time frame, what is pushing down. We have a lower time frame failing bullish pattern with the principle, and we have two candlestick patterns, bearish ones, and then the price action is breaking our W holder what is pushing higher, still here pushing higher, but now we see we close under, we close this impulse candlestick body under the holder, and we have retest. So that means it's pushing down now. So now we change it. So we have our major what is pushing down, and now with our micro is pushing down with the bunch of elements, and we see how we have a bullish pattern what is broken. It didn't work out, and then price going all the way back to next zone, and you can see it's very nicely respected here too. We close under, retest, 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 and it's still kind of going even a little bit lower. But that movement, if you sell for example here, it is just straight down like a gold. Very similar movements. Stop loss last week high. Very beautiful trades. Very beautiful. Oh yeah, let's look what was happening here in the 1 minute. Where is the W? Where is the 1 minute W? This one here. Get rejected in the fear. You can see the fear here. You know, inside the big one you have the small one too, and get rejected. We have just wick here because this one here is bouncing down like that. Yeah, and then ding 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 ding, breaking the lows, holding nice, breaking the lows, holding nice, breaking the lows, holding nice. Ooh, look at this retest actually here. So we have this impulse kinetic close under, and now retest, and look at those 4 retests here, and then break the low. Here again, very awesome retest for a slower time frame, 1 minute time frame, super awesome retest. And here again, and we already dropping down. Here, look at that, this W pattern, fail on the highs, bearish candlestick pattern, exactly how we started. And that's the other thing, what I'm seeing is exactly how we started the movement. Those things happening inside too. For example, we start the movement with the failing W pattern, and now we see 1 minute the failing W pattern was inside there too. So we are respecting how we start the whole movement. What is super awesome, especially gold likes to do that a lot. How we start the movement, we using the same principles, disrespect and respect, through the whole the way down. And that's kind of, if your mind is very extreme and you can handle this pressure, you can see now here we have this failing. I'm gonna show you. So you can see here we have this failing W pattern here. We have this failing. So those are places where you actually can a little bit scale up, but be careful with that. Like I said, your mind has to be completely free of picking a side. You know, I want to sell today or I want to buy today. You have to be free. There is no selling or buying in your mind. It's just happening in the moment when you have enough information, enough solid information, like fundamental information, to actually take a trade or go in or go for the opportunity. You have to really think there. Otherwise, you're just pushing your mind to the limits and limits and limits and limits, and you have no idea if you're in the right path or right track or was in the right reason why this trade was taken, and so on and so on. It's gonna create a great noise in your mind for the future, and there might be a possibility you're never gonna break it in a good way, to actually be a profitable trader and enjoy your life through the future. You just you don't have to work anymore, and you can just enjoy your life and help others through that. So let's do the Dow Jones, and then I'm gonna do it. So yesterday when we was talking about, again 1 minute, we was talking about this stuff here. So yesterday I was talking about those lows here, like how they are, the blue line, the major line, pushing higher. This one pushing higher, this one pushing higher. We have the natural energy, what is pushing higher, and we have structural energy, what is pushing higher. So all those lows, all those 3 lines right now, they are pushing higher. And now if you're going future, you can see it's still respected here, meaning is it still is pushing higher. So, and what was happening yesterday? So we bounce inside here, and then we bounce one more time here. You can see here we have bit of trend lines here, how the price was breaking here. So we break above it. Look at this one, we break above it, we have a nice retest and just going higher. The next zone, we break above it, retest, going higher. The next zone, here we break above it, we have retest, going higher, second retest and going higher. Now it's a little bit more noisy here, but overall we're still holding those lows and price is still going higher. Break above, retest. It was already take profits, but it's still going higher. And the next zone we break above, retest, 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 and here we have a great manipulation. And then what is happening here? We bounce here, we bounce here, we bounce here, we bounce here, and it's just balancing out through that, through that, through that, and then. So how we can predict this moment here, because we have to go back, and we know right now we are definitely pushing higher, we are definitely pushing all this way. Only thing is this one, like why this was necessary, because you can see it's pushing higher, it's pushing higher, it's pushing higher. Why we need this huge, this grabbing moment, the greedy moment, like why it's necessary? So the reason is, actually not the reason, but let's calculate. So hold the moment. So here in that moment we gather the greatest energy. And how high it was going? It was going all the way ding 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 to this rejection high. Let's put this rejection high here. So that was the strongest moment what we gather here in that particular moment. That was the maximum high in that moment. And now above this high we already know what we need. We need ding 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 ding. But let's look in the past. We have this principle what is done here, and we have this opportunity. And right now this opportunity here, what is exactly above this rejection high, it is pushing down here. So even if the price wanna go back here, have a retest, we already touched that zone what is pushing over the downsides. Anyway, patient. Let's look. Patient, and let's bring this one over to din. So we start breaking down already here a little bit with close under and have a little bit retest, but you can see we have a W pattern inside here, but we don't need W pattern here. We need W here to have a long opportunities. In so far you're still kind of looking sells, or actually nah, completely neutral otherwise. But there is more sell side because you have those weakness points here, great ones, but it's dying, kind of doesn't make sense right now. That's why patient, more patient, more patient, more patient. You can see the other one here too. And now more patient, more patient. We have another one here, and more patient, and we already go. Oh, we didn't even go back here. That's crazy. So weak. So in that cases, we have to look those holders here. We have to go back in this place then. Super spiky. There is no structure. Like we can say structure is here, but it's just a shift. Maybe this, let's see. Like we didn't touch that at all. And here we have just clean break and no retest. Let's put the holder here. And the holder is same, we have to clean break but no retest. So the meaning is it's already pushing down so strongly, the price didn't make even the retest. So what you have, M pattern and no retest. Yeah, no retest. We don't have even the pattern retest. It's just too impulsive. It's very impulsive movement downside. And even you have first, okay, maybe you have here and then you have the failing W here. You can see the failing W and then you have push downsides. You have to be like overall 1 minute, you have to be very extreme. It's super extreme because you have to make decisions sometimes with the seconds. Like in a 15-minute time frame, sometimes I'm waiting the retest like 4 hours, let's say that. But for the 1 minute time frame, the retest can happen with the 5 seconds. That's why 1 minute time frame, just be patient with that 1 minute time frame, otherwise it's gonna break your brain a little bit. It's gonna even better just let the trade even go first when you look at the 1 minute time frame. Even let the trade go. Just be so patient. You can let front of you the trade go and go in full day profit without feeling emotions, without feeling greedy, without feeling losing. Then you are ready, kind of. But it still depends on your emotional state, how master you are really. And trading is the very good exercise to put all those things on the test, because it is test, because you're front of the computer with your own room. So how you can go angry or how you can go sad, it's only your actions. Only your actions. Because through that, there's just bunch of candlesticks going up and down, up and down. You put the value, you put the meaning, you put your money there, your pets, lot size, risk reward ratio, it's all you. That means the thinker is you, the trader is you, the leverager is you. It's all you. So be patient and master your emotions, feelings, and everything else. There is no one else who can kind of destroy you. It's only you. And it's because mostly happen because the over leverage and you don't know what you're actually doing there. That's why patient. One day, small things, you're adding up, and then in the future you can do the big things with no problem. Okay, I'm gonna finish today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have questions, please leave in the comments. I love the questions. Otherwise, I don't know even who is watching or who knows something or what's going on. Thank you everyone, and I see you in the next video. Ciao.